Thank you.
Next item, Councilwoman Betty Lyle.
I wasn't supposed to speak until Tuesday.
Okay,
Yes, so
All
this will
right.
have to be rolled over.
thank you. Do we have any comments, any concerns at this point from the audience?
I'm glad to hear that question.
Yes, sir.
I am glad to hear the question. I'm glad you're asking for public input.
I have one question. If you want to get on the agenda, how far in advance do you have to do that? And you do it to the city clerk?
Yes, Kate, you want to answer that?
Usually, well, it depends on whether they change the times of the meetings, of course, but as it is right now, it's the no later than Thursday noon before the council meeting, and no later than 12 noon on Tuesday for the work session. Before the work session.
Can I speak to that?
Yes.
You know, I've noticed the last 4 or 5 city council meetings, we've taken lots of input from the community and citizens, right straight from the audience. We were able to hear what everybody had to say. Nobody had to get on the agenda to ask a simple question to the mayor and the council. And I think the rules that we have in place to speak at a public meeting are, I don't agree with those ordinances that were put in place during the Mark Lofton controversy, when our city hall had a capacity of 100. It was filled to capacity, and all of a sudden that we ended up with an ordinance that choked out the voice of our community. Now, I understand the chairman's role is to call on people in the audience, or call on people when they raise their hands. But I've noticed the last 4 or 5 city council meetings that we've had, we're not following the rules that we've laid out. We're not following the ordinances. People raise their hands and we hear them. That's the way Statham it needs to be. You raise your hand and you're civil and you're kind, we will definitely hear you. I think that is the way. Those are the kinds of things that need to be taken into consideration on how we're hearing the public and how we're treating the public. I don't agree with the ordinances, some of the ordinances regarding the way we speak at council meetings and we take input from the community. And I think it also needs to be placed on the agenda for further discussion on Tuesday. Mr. Jackson is asking.
Mr. Jackson?
I like what Dwight just said, but I still think you have to have an agenda like Mary has to be able to speak to the whole council and all.
Absolutely.
But to be what Gary was speaking of earlier, that if somebody like Joyce spoke up, she raised her hand, I spoke, I think that is very good way to handle it.
Yes.
But you still need to get on the agenda for something to address y'all
Well,
from our standpoint of view, like Mary did tonight.
I agree. Now, if you have an item that needs discussing, I think that you need to get on the agenda. But I don't, I think we need to take a close look at the ordinance and the message that we're sending, because it's, to me, as a citizen, it looks like hell to be able to speak at a city council meeting or to bring something up from the audience. I don't think it should be that
It's
way.
not been, citizen friendly the last few years.
There's a difference in asking a question from the audience and having somebody come up and speak about something. You know,
I
that person
understand.
needs to come
Well,
up and
I
talk.
think what Councilmember McCormick is saying, for specific things that you want to address,
Right.
either for the city or for the council, it'd be a good idea so that we have an idea time-wise. But as far as an open discussion, I have no problems asking for it. And, you know, as long as everyone is, you know, voicing their opinion, you know, we all know it doesn't mean it's always going to go your way when a decision has to be made. But it's nice to have your input, because sometimes it goes your way and sometimes it doesn't. So it's, you know, we're just looking for, you know, I think more community involvement. And I've already seen that in the last couple of weeks. That just like Ms. Joyce had said, she'd be willing to, you know, speak about the siren. So, you know, that kind of input or help to the community is great.
And he has a gavel.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to use it. So, is there any other questions or concerns at this time? Do I hear a motion to adjourn? Don't need one.
We have executive session.
Any need for executive session? Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, come off I'll be over here talking.
Item tonight, really just filling in for him. I get what the issues are.
Sounds to me like, hey, we swear
Discuss.
in.